Makes sense now. Shit just got real, things are getting intense now. I hear you talking about we a lot, boy, you speak French now. Giving me the sign, so I gotta take it.
You're about to see today, it's about 2024 June in my eyes. So this is through my lenses when I recorded these things, and I never posted them at that time. And today I've decided to show you how it was. This was on the 24th, and this is what was happening. Yeah. For those who never came across this story, this was about 2024. There was a bill to be passed, and the bill was just very, I don't know how I can say this, but it wasn't going to be fair for citizens. And so the Gen Zs got angry, and I know that's on Google. You can Google. I don't know which year you are watching. If you're watching this in 2026, okay, then good for you. But maybe if you're watching this in around 2040s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and even the years on 3,000 years going so forth. So this was the year 2024. The Gen Z were angry. The Gen Z was a generation called as the Generation Z. So they were angry. The Kenyan Gen Zs were angry. And as you can see, the tear gas were being lobbed in cars because people were just angry and tired of the economy. The economy was going bad and bad, and even now it's still bad. It has never been better. This was because the bill that was to be passed was to condemn people who are using social media to even do work. They were going to get to be taxed. And for me on my side, this felt like an exercise for me. Like I went there running the PE side was good, and it was fun, man. It was just life transforming. Those who attended know it. Sorry to those whom businesses were affected. The following day, matatus were prohibited from entering the CBD town, but people walked. People walked for distance. I remember that day. People from Thika, Jogoo Road, Kasarani, people walked, and they never got tired even when coming back home. So this was on the June 25th. The 25th was the biggest protest ever been seen in Kenya actually, and was the day when very many people died while we were heading to the parliament side. The Gen Zs broke the barriers to the parliament and entered into the parliament, and some side of the parliament was tortured, but the torturing was said it wasn't the Gen Z. There were cartels who were sent. The Gen Zs just had some peaceful demonstration because all you had to carry was a bracelet, a flag, and a whistle. So you can see people over there helping people who have been affected by the tear gas. Some are playing football between the CBD. This was around archives in the year 2024. Yeah. And I think this opened very many opportunities for people to see the government how it is, because people always be reluctant, the politicians, and forget that them as the citizens are the one who are going to be affected by the economy. Hope this time they'll get their votes right. So these are youths, angry youths, and even there were big people actually. The millennials were there, even the boomers were there. People were angry at the governance of the nation. They are still angry at it. And what made us more tired of going to these things is because no matter what we do, the government is not changing, but we know how to change it because we now have votes. You can take a vote, you can decide who is going to be there and who is not going. And they called the Gen Zs the thugs. They called us killers. They said you are the ones who kill people. And first they said these was AI generated videos. These were not real things. I remember all those stories. This is town. Town was full to the brim, man. Very full. People were very ready for the days. And I know if someday this thing will ever come back, the Gen Z will be ready to go out, because these people have learned. Even the millennials, they went to school, they wasted even 20 plus years of their lives going to school. And when you're going to get a job, you're being told they need somebody 10 years experience. Where would you get the 10 years experience and you were in school? People have certificates over there. They were so angry because their parents sold lands, cows, houses, very many things for them to learn, and the government didn't seem to care. Hope now it's different, because this was very harsh to us. Those who have been employed, we are being paid around 10 to 15k a month, and the economy, just transport alone is going to take away half of your salary. The government is going to deduct some taxes. They are going to be financed on the housing. So people were so angry that, like, if you are earning 15k at the end of the month, you'll have 5k, and in that 5k you have to share it with your parents, you'll have to pay rent, you'll have to eat, and you have to get transport for the whole month. So it was the worst experience ever people have ever experienced in Kenya. Apart from being colonized, this was the second colonization from our own people, from our own government. So this was the afternoon side, the day when people started going through the Parliament Road. And as you can see, there were whites over there. I don't know what were they, Asians, were they Americans, I don't know. But there were very many people, and people were angry. Can you see the writings over there? Yeah, thank you for watching.